Hey guys, and welcome back to episode 11 of my Road to 120 Slayer series. In today's episode, we have a lot going on. We finished 6 more Slayer tasks and 1 more Reaper task. Also, before I start the video, I'd like to mention that I do have the playlist to the entire Road to 120 Slayer series linked in the description down below. So if you guys missed out on some episodes, definitely check that out there. Anyway, let's begin the video. So we are going to start off today's episode with my Reaper task. We got 4 Araxxi, so this is by far my favorite Reaper task to get, so I am really happy about it. We have the option between Minion and Darkness Path. I like going Minion Path every time just because I like having the minions early into the fight rather than later. So that is why I chose to do the Minion Path. I did this for all 4 kills. It is a little bit too bad because my favorite path is definitely the middle path with the darkest path open as well, but we weren't that lucky to get it this time, so we are going to be going minion path. So hopefully we end up getting a unique drop. Leg piece would be great because I would really like to complete one of these over the course of the series. So on our first kill, we made around 424k. It went pretty well. It was a pretty decent kill. And like all these kills, we killed them in about around 7 to 8 minutes. And for the second kill, we got 2 mil, so we got an Araxxi pheromone drop. So that is pretty nice. It's worth around 1.3 mil. And then we also got the magic seeds. So a nice 2 mil drop, definitely a pretty good one from Araxxi. Now moving on to the next drop, we got around 775k, so some more magic seeds. These are always a pretty decent drop at Araxxi. And for our fourth and final kill, we made around 320k, and we also got the 20k Slayer XP for completing the Reaper task. So overall, it was a pretty good Reaper task. We made around 3.5 mil, and hopefully we do get some more Araxxi tasks for my Reapers in the future. Now moving on to my first Slayer task, we got an Araxxi task, so we're going to be killing 177 of these. These aren't my favorite tasks, but I don't really mind them, I guess. You get 800 XP per kill, so it's not too bad. And the drops are usually pretty consistent at around 2 to 3 mil every time I complete this task. So I am going to be using my dual wheel Drygores and also my Torva setup. I am thinking about upgrading to Masterwork. I'm probably going to do that. It's just it does take a big chunk out of my cash stack, and I don't really have too much aside from this series right now. So that is the only reason why I am delaying getting Masterwork, but I probably will end up getting it. At least getting the normal version, since the trimmed version is much more expensive. Anyway, the loot I obtained from this task, around 2.6 mil, and we also got 140,000 Slayer XP, and this task took around 45 minutes to complete, so it didn't take too long, and we got some pretty decent loot and XP. Now moving on to my next Slayer task, we got 171 Celestial Dragons. This is a really good task that I want to be doing in the future as well because you get around 1000 XP per kill, and they also have some good drops. So just a few kills into this task, we ended up getting another Dragonic Visage. This is our 4th one of the series. Really insane. It's actually my second one from the Celestial Dragons. The other 2 I got from QBD. So we're going mad. We're getting a lot of these Dragonic Visages, which is pretty crazy. I think I've only obtained 1 of them apart from this series, so getting 4 in the series already, I just think that's pretty insane. It's a really rare drop. I believe the drop rate, at least for Celestial Dragons, is 1 in 512, so we are getting really lucky here. And so this task took around 40 minutes to complete, and we made around 2.9 mil. Most of the money coming from the Visage we got. And then also we got 166,000 Slayer XP. So that is the main reason why I want to be doing this task more, is because you get a lot of Slayer XP. It doesn't take too long to kill them, and it is pretty easy as well. And for our next task, we got one of my favorites. So we got an 80 Viabloom task. I'm going to be killing the Luminous Snagglers again because they are such good GP per hour, and the XP is pretty decent as well. So this time I'm going to be using my Noxious Bow with my Animacore of Zamorak setup, and we're also going to be using the Cinderbane gloves, which do add a little bit of extra DPS. I am really hoping to get the Blast Diffusion boots at these creatures, at least at some point. I think I'm at around 1000 KC now, so hopefully we end up getting that unique drop soon. And I think it's still worth around 80 mil, so that would be a really nice addition to the cash stack. And if we don't get it this episode, hopefully next one. But anyway, I'm getting pretty good at this creature. You just have to pay a lot of attention, so it's not AFK at all, which is a little bit of a downside, but the GP per hour does make up for it. And so after completing this task, we didn't get the Blast Diffusion boots, unfortunately, but we did make around 3.3 mil and also 122,000 Slayer XP. And this task probably took around 1 hour to complete, maybe a little bit less. So it was a bit longer than other tasks, but 3.3 mil is pretty decent GP. And so now moving on to my next task, we got a Soul Devourer task, which I really do like. It's really AFK now that I'm using this new method that I started a few episodes ago. So I decided to go to the Salawa Axe. These are the ones I'm probably going to be going to most of the time now because they don't have any really good mechanics. This way I can use my aggression potions and just AoE them down with my scythe in this corner here. I did find they were hitting me really hard though, so you do have to be a bit careful. It's not completely AFK because sometimes they can hit you a little bit extra hard, and you do need the Vampirism Aura and also the Vampirism Scrimshaw to actually survive here. At least that's what I have found. And I've also found that Protect from Melee is better than Soul Split since they do hit that hard. I am also really thinking that I will add this task to my preferred list, at least once I get 115 Slayer, because I would like to be doing the Magister while I get this task some as well. So that is probably what I will be doing once I get up to that Slayer level, just because I haven't tried the Magister and I would really like to try that and get into that as well. And so anyway, the loot from this task was pretty good. We did get the Ushabi completed, so we got the Salawak in that. And this is actually the first one I've gotten. I've completely forgot to capture the souls of the creatures that I've been killing, so I'm going to be doing that from now on. But anyway, for the keys, we actually got 6 of them, so we got really lucky here, made around 1.37 mil from this. And for the chest, we got around 1.1 mil and also 92,000 Slayer XP. And the task was really fast, taking around 15 minutes to complete. So definitely worth it and probably should go on my preferred list. And here's the first addition to my Player on Slayer dungeon. I need to continue to remember to bring these Ushabis because I want to end up completing this and getting some more souls in my Player on Slayer dungeon. And we are heading back to the Menethos Slayer dungeon. We got 249 corrupted creatures. So for this task, I'm going to be going with the corrupted workers, and that is because they are the highest level corrupted creature in the dungeon, so that is why I'm going to be going with them. They give the most XP per kill, and I also do find you can AFK them pretty well, so I like going in this corner here. You do need the Vampirism Aura and the Vampirism Scrimshaw as well, just to make sure you're safe about it, and you also, or at least I prefer using Protect from Melee as opposed to the Soul Split. I find that they do hit pretty hard, and Protect from Melee is much more useful than Soul Split. I find that you'll heal enough just from the Vampirism Aura and Scrimshaw, and using Protect from Melee, you'll get hit a lot less. And overall, it does equal out, and you should stay around max HP using this strategy. And so this task was another pretty short task. It took around 20 minutes to complete. We only got 2 keys to the crossing, so that was a little bit disappointing. And this task is on my preferred list, so that is a good thing because it is a really good task. In the loot chest, we ended up getting around 1.6 mil and also 162,000 Slayer XP. So a really great task for both the GP and the XP, especially since it only took around 15 minutes to complete. And next, we got a pretty long Vileplume task, so I am pretty happy about this. We're going to be looking for the Blast Diffusion boots again, and I am also going to be going at the Luminous Snegglers. This time I'm going to change it up a little bit, so I'm going to use my Ascension crossbows. I don't really use these too much since I still haven't put any perks on them, so that is a little bit of a downside about them. They're probably a bit lower DPS since I haven't done that, and it is definitely something that I need to do pretty soon. But anyway, I did find it was a little bit quicker using the Ascension crossbows, so I think I might be using this from now on, and I'll probably end up getting some perks on them for next episode to make my DPS quite a bit higher. And I think I'll be using these for some other Slayer tasks as well, since two-handed is usually better for range, usually higher DPS. So I think I will end up doing that. And so this task took around 1 hour to complete. We made around 5.2 mil and also 160,000 Slayer XP. The big drop we got from a rare drop table drop. So we got 54 uncut Dragonstones, and that equaled out to 620k. So that was the big drop from this task. Overall, it was really great. 5.2 mil in 1 hour. I'll take it. And so we are currently sitting at 111 Slayer. We need 2.7 mil to level up to 112. And also we are a little bit under 60 mil XP away from getting to 120. So we have made quite a bit of progress already in this series. We are now 20% complete, so that is not too bad. We're getting there. And overall, I am having a lot of fun doing this series. I just love doing Slayer tasks, my favorite task, so this is a really great series for me. Another thing that I just love about this series is growing my loot tab. So looking at the loot tab, it is just beautiful right now. We have so much stuff in it. This episode, we gained 22 mil to add on to the loot tab, and we also gained 866,000 Slayer XP. So the total loot tab is estimated at 232.15 million GP, and we have made around 11.4 million Slayer XP, and this is excluding the daily challenges and some bonus XP and stuff like that. So we have gained a little bit more, 11 million. I think it is around 13 or 14 million, including that stuff. So anyway, it is a pretty good start to this series. I mean, we're 20% of the way there, and this is episode 11. So it seems like we will have a lot more episodes to go. But I am having a lot of fun doing this series. I can't wait to get my loot tab over 1 billion. I think that will be really awesome. And hopefully we end up getting some more unique drops. I really want those Blast Diffusion boots. I think that would be a really nice addition to my loot tab. Anyway, guys, that is it for this episode. It was a pretty good episode, and we are starting the Player on Slayer dungeon. So hopefully I do some more of that and get some more souls to add to my Player on Slayer dungeon. I think that would be really great. Also, hopefully we get some more unique drops in the next few episodes. I have been pretty dry lately. I've been getting a lot of visages, but not really any other good drops. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys are enjoying the series. And again, if you guys have missed out on some episodes, the link to the Road to 120 Slayer playlist will be linked in the description down below. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.